Okay, before we get started with Article 1, Section 1 of the Constitution, let's do a little Constitution trivia. Did you know our Constitution is the oldest and shortest written Constitution of any major government in the world? In its original text, it was only a little over 4,400 words long. With the amendments added, it still only grows to about 7,500 words. It's made up of 7 articles and 27 amendments. You know, when I consider the Constitution, take this little pocket Constitution. Look at the size of those pages. That's only 34 pages long. Now bounce that against the fact that in U.S. tax code, we have over 73,000 pages. Or let's take an individual law. Let's take the Affordable Health Care Law. Now, the law itself, when it was passed, was about 900 pages long, with 13,000 pages of regulations to implement it. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because you've heard me say before, we always need to go back to the original intent of the founders. And their original intent was to limit the size and scope of the federal government. Their main desire was to provide liberty and justice for all. And they didn't believe they quite had it right. At the end of the Constitutional Convention, they said if we can get 9 out of 13 states to ratify, the Constitution will become the law of the land. They didn't believe that they could get all 13 states to ratify it because many of the states believed that the Constitution as it was framed gave too much power to the federal government. Robert Brown from the John Birch Society has a Constitution 101 test for the constitutionality of laws. And you might want to bounce this off laws that our legislators passed today. Is it limited with defined power, or is it unlimited and boundless? You see, our founders believed that our government needed to be limited. It needed to be defined in power. Government needed to be bound by the rule of law. You see, they didn't believe that they had the Constitution perfect. That's why they threw an article in there so that we could amend the Constitution. And that's why our Constitution has been amended 27 times to date. I'd like to leave you with a thought to ponder. When you see the size and scope of our Constitution, and then you bounce that against the size and scope of the laws that are written today, do you think our legislators are writing those laws to add clarity or to protect your freedoms? Or are they writing them that way to control you?